afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Akron's hottest and fastest growing show. I'm your host, Hank Forrester, coming to you live from First Glance along the Kenmore Boulevard. Today we take a look at their indoor skate park and how they run their programming here. But before we do that, let's have a big round of applause for Sarah.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing, Hank?
Well, I'm just
living the dream.
Just living the dream.
Living the dream. I love it. So today's episode is brought to us by Stray Dog Food Cart, making Akron more Acronese since 2009. We love Stray Dog. We go to it all the time at their flagship location, which is down below the Akron Library. And yeah, we actually know the owner, so that's awesome. You can also head out to Northside Marketplace as well to get some Stray Dog. Today's show is also brought to us by Acme Fresh Markets. This week they are running their Acme Big Brand Sale, Kleenex, Smucker's Kraft, and Oreos, just to name a few. Yes, Hank, I said Oreos.
I know. I haven't had one since the show. So, yeah, Ben, you probably don't know, but we did an Oreo taste testing, and we tasted 18 flavors of Oreo.
Holy smokes.
And the last two were wasabi and buffalo chicken. They were imported from Japan.
You
Okay.
drink like Pepto-Bismol.
It was horrendous. It was. I haven't had an Oreo since. Okay, and that was with Nick Mancuso, who's our host of Does It Suck, folks. Today's also brought to us. If you go down the list, right here in front of you, you got Cycling Solutions. Cycling Solutions. They're located right in the Copley area, and they can help you with all of your biking needs, as far as fittings, as far as adjustments that need made. Tom's expertise is second to none in the Akron area, and I encourage you to reach out to him on Facebook or through cyclingsolutions.net. Also, Mobile Screen of Ohio is a premier provider of workplace substance abuse testing. They offer comprehensive compliance consulting as well as collection programs and services dedicated to helping communities reduce their risk management platform. Mobile Screen of Ohio provides a complete line of drug and alcohol testing services and programs to fit your needs. Also, in addition, our newest sponsor to join the team is Custom Spray. As you can see, the phone numbers are all right here in front of you guys. See the placards. Custom Spray, 330-861-5035. And Cycling Solutions, 330-338-4307. With Custom Spray, they're a professional residential commercial lawn care company. Their lawn, tree, and shrub services include fertilization and pest control. We just got sprayed recently, so we're excited to see how that works with our fleas and ticks off of our Hank, which is our dog. And then we've got one more sponsor. Sarah, who is it?
It is Sheena's Platinum Movements are returning as a sponsor after their summer break. They are now accepting new students for this upcoming season. We are a big dance family in our house. We love dance. So check out Sheena's Platinum Movements to be returning to our sponsorship group.
Yeah, my girls dance there. They love it. So right now, Sheena's is enrolling actively. So they're located in West Akron, right over by Acme number 1. And as you can see, folks, I am not on cam today, and the reason being is because we've got 3 people on our panel, one of which is one of our new co-hosts. Let's meet Sarah, everybody. That's the lady to the left, okay? So just so everyone knows, Lindy has decided to take a break from 330 to go. Right now, she's going to focus on her career as a hairdresser with her new studio that's opened up over by Summit Mall. So make sure you look for Lindy's information. We'll be putting that up here in a little bit. But right now, let's meet Sarah. Sarah, tell us about yourself.
All right, I'll tell you guys a little bit about myself. Over here to my left is my husband, Ben. So actually, we get to do my very first interview along with my husband. So it's fun. And then my girls are actually behind us back here in the skate park. And they're just running around. So I have 2 girls, a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old. And I love doing this kind of work. I actually work for the Indians as one of their scoreboard hosts. So if you come to a Kids Fun Day at the Indians, you'll see me there. Come and see me in the Kids Clubhouse, and I'll be doing this kind of thing. And yeah, just some other hosts and stuff around town. So.
And Akron Buzz, you can talk about it. We're cool. We're going to probably work with them in the near future. They just don't know it yet. I haven't told them. I think I just did.
Yeah,
I think it's about to happen now.
All right, so the kids are running amok, which is great because this is the kind of place to run amok in. So, all right, so that being said, let's go ahead and meet our other panelists here. So, Sarah, if you want to introduce them.
Yeah, so over here I said this is my husband, Ben White. He's the donor development coordinator here at First Glance. And then one more person down is the beautiful Moppy Byler, and she is our auction coordinator. So she is running the auction for First Glance, and she's also a First Glance volunteer.
Yes.
Okay. So how did this happen? When did this start? This has been an idea years and years in the making. So just so you know, my dad, Gus, okay, I told him what I was covering, and he goes, I think I was part of like something like a long time ago talking about that idea.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So he brought over a DVD to me of like the first meeting that was to organize something here with this.
With First Clan?
Yes. So I got to go.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's like 10, 15 years ago. Okay.
Okay,
Does that fit the time frame?
About 20.
Yeah. So whatever. Yeah. So the point is, he's like, you're going to watch this DVD. I'm like, I got to DJ all night, man. So today I'll watch it. He's 81. So occasionally he gets things a little mixed up. So maybe it was something, but if it is, I'll just bring it over to you and I'll drop it off.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So give us the history.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't here when First Clan started, but it did start in 2000. And it was a youth center, basically in a rented space at the community center. I mean, it originally started just trying to reach the youth in Kenmore and give them something to do. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And was it just like now it's like we're in like a complex now, okay?
Yeah. We own like most of the block.
It's the whole block, right? And I got lost just getting to the room where we're at right now, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
So initially, did it just start like in a little room or something?
Yeah, it started at the community center, a rented space, and then by 2004, roughly, I believe, if I have it correct, my timeline, we got part of this facility, and then gradually, one by one, we began just buying up like the whole area. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us about the structure of the organization.
Well, it's basically a youth center, and it serves ages 0 through 29, and there are programs for each age group within that. I mean, it really started for like middle school age and high school age students, but then needs just started arising. And as those needs arose, we began creating programs for each age group. So the structure is that we got weekly programming all throughout the year. We have occasional breaks to like right now for the next few weeks, we're going to be on a short break for a couple weeks, but we normally run all year.
Okay.
Moppy, do you want to tell us one of the programs that you have volunteered for? And
yes, absolutely. So about 3 years ago, I came and volunteered for one of our programs, which is called Ladies Night Out. It's on Tuesdays from 5 to 7, and it's great. We just come and have dinner with the girls, family style. We do a craft, we do a lesson, but most importantly, we build relationships, which has been the greatest gift for me as a volunteer. Just get to know these students and just love on them and just build, they're like family to me, just build that relationship.
Yeah.
That's right.
Without sharing anyone's names or anything, could you tell us a story coming out of Ladies Night Out? Can you think of any specific thing that's happened that...
Yes, and I think that was one of the moments when I cried in my car about it. I was going home after Ladies Night Out, and one of the girls had given me just like a little Post-it and just had folded it and said, open it at home. So I pull in my driveway and I turn on my car and I got the Post-it out of my purse, and it just said, I love you. And I was like, oh my gosh, if it wasn't for First Glance, I wouldn't have met her. And if it wasn't for First Glance, I wouldn't have learned how important it is to just be part of somebody's life and how important it is to speak words of life into somebody you don't even know, but you learn to love here. So I love that we provide a safe, loving place where they can just be themselves and that we can love, freely.
Yeah. And you get to be that difference like in that teenager's life or young adult or whatever, which is really cool. I know Noelle, who's watching right now, has said that before, just to be able to be that difference in a teen's life. So that's really important.
Right, absolutely. And to be clear too, Noelle's the one that started this whole thing. Yeah. So her and her husband got this thing rolling 19 years ago, and she's the director. She's my boss too.
All right, so Noelle's tuned in right now, and guys, if you're watching live and you're new to 3302 Go, welcome. Thanks for joining in. But if you have any comments or questions that you want to add, just feel free to type them out in the comment box, and we're paying attention and watching and monitoring those as well, so we'll respond to you.
Oh, cool.
All right, so Noelle, the question here is probably for Noelle. How did they decide on Kenmore? And then as far as the building itself, how'd you end up with a skate park? I mean, of all the things to do indoor, do you know any of the history of that, Ben?
Yeah, I do. I have a pretty good idea. She said that we're representing pretty well. Thanks, Noelle. So yeah, I mean, we're doing honestly, the part of the reason why Kenmore was picked is because there was a need here. There were a lot of students that were just roaming. and hanging out in the streets, doing stuff, doing whatever. And honestly, they needed a place to go where they could come and where it was going to be safe. Mm-hmm. And they just needed a safe space. They needed a place that was fun. They needed a place that they could identify with. And that's why it began. That's why Noel began it years ago. And it originally started out of the chapel in Akron, and then it just became its own thing. I mean, they started becoming an urban place that reached urban youth, and that became their deal. And I mean, it continued to grow from there. I mean, it started the first night they did it, there were just a handful of students that showed up. And now, like last year, we saw between 900 and 1,000 unique students come through these doors. So that's how big the need is here for students to just have something to do, a place to go, a place to hang out, you know, something to do that's fun.
Well, you even told me recently that a kid said to you that he didn't realize that all the kids in this area weren't bad, which is kind of interesting to say, but he said then he came to First Glance and he realized like he didn't have to hang out with bad kids just because he was honestly, in an area where there are a lot of bad kids. He could come here and find a place that is safe, like you were saying. That Bazinga! Yeah, that's an important thing to have in the community, that there's a place where kids can come in and not feel like they have to just hang out with the bad kids.
Yeah, I met that kid on the stoop. He was sitting out. He was 13 years old, sitting on Kenmore Boulevard, just chilling out on Sunday. You know, like didn't have anywhere he was going. And I'm like, come on in, check it out. Now he's connected to every program. That was like a month ago. Mm-hmm. And yeah, he did say, like, I thought that like there were just a bunch of bad people around me. I didn't know anybody that was good until I met you guys. So that's what we get to do. We get to be not only a place that's fun for them, but filled with adults and staff and volunteers that care about them, and you know, give them a place that, you know, is safe and where they're going to have good mentoring and good backup from people that care about them.
I feel like I should say too, just to not, I don't know. I want to make sure I was clear on what I just said, that like the bad kids also are very welcome here too. Oh. That I wasn't saying.
No, we don't even draw a line.
There's
I was
no
a bad
line.
kid.
Yes.
I still am a bad kid.
Yeah.
Everyone is welcome
that's
here.
My whole
that's
my whole platform, man.
He didn't have to go out. He didn't have to go out and do bad things, is what he was more saying. So.
Well, and there's something to be said about time. Time, as people, one of our biggest commodities is our time. And when you're a youth and you're on the street and you've got time on your hands, it's what are you going to do with that time, right? Mm-hmm. So in other words, you're going to go spray paint a building, or are you going to go skate in a skate park? You know what I mean? So there's that choice that has to occur. Right. So then what you guys do is you kind of, it seems, and again, I don't know anything yet because I haven't seen it all yet, but it looks like you try and enable and nurture that choice. Like, hey, instead of going XYZ to that party where you probably shouldn't be at because it's all older kids and you know you probably get in trouble, why don't you come out and hang out with us?
Right. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So, how did it end up being Kenmore of all places?
Well, it's mostly because Noelle came to the chapel in Akron, and she was in youth ministry. She wanted to, you know, she cared about teenagers and had a passion for teenagers, but she was really looking like, where in Akron are there teenagers that need, you know, somebody to back them up, somebody to provide family for them, somebody to care for them, and
things to do, you know.
Right. And she met Karen Freeman, who was connected long ago here, and Karen told her, "Well, come out here to Kenmore because there are a lot of students out here that, you know, they just really need a place to be, and you could provide that for them." So
is that Mike's wife? That's Mike's wife.
Yeah, Mike Freeman's wife. Yeah.
Yeah, me and him were in fantasy football together a couple years ago.
Were you really?
Yeah, he was not good. But I didn't say that on the air.
Look out, Mike.
Yes. He only played the 1 year, and that was why. All right. So what's interesting is you guys have kind of created this space, and now it can serve as like a template for other areas, right? And it's like, okay, we did this on Kenmore Boulevard, and now, you know, through the Kenmore Neighborhood Alliance and through people like Tina's efforts, there's been a resurgence. People like the Rialto. We had the Rialto on the show about a month ago. Guys like that are passionate about revamping this area. Okay, and I've talked to them about it. This whole place, the whole block, just needs a coat of paint. and it will look so much different, okay?
Right.
But what you've done is you've created the safe haven, right? So Noel, I know you're watching, Noel, so thanks for doing that. Good job. But what I think, you know, when I see it, it's like it's a template for, okay, you guys want to do this. This could be, you could have one of these in every community. You could have one over in the Ellett area. You could have one over in the West Akron area. You could have one.
West Akron, huh?
You could have one in North Hill, right? So mostly because when I look at it, I think this is so much more user friendly for kids that are on their feet
Right.
or on their bicycles, right?
Yeah.
So they can show up and they don't have to be dropped off per se. But at the same time, it's open to the public across the entire Akron area.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on all that?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I think from the beginning of First Glance have really wanted to see. We wanted to see, you know, a First Glance-esque thing in every area. I mean, we got Urban Vision up in, you know, North Hill area. You know, there are other ministries that are doing similar things to what we're doing. But we really do want to see that need met for preventative youth recreational facilities popping up that give, you know, students a place to go to hang out. Yeah.
Okay. So Moppy, if you want to touch on it,
Of course.
both of you actually, the programs. What are all the programs that are available? You said 0 to 29. She's giving me that look.
I got a cheat sheet.
I told you. No, right there. He's pulled up the cheat sheet.
We have several. Just to kind of continue what Ben was saying is, I can tell you honestly, as a volunteer, when I stepped in here and I saw the way it transformed my life, I've shared this with Noel a couple of times, where I wonder it blows my mind. Why don't we have a First Glance in every single town? This is how much impact First Glance has had in my life. It has truly transformed it. And so like, I just wanted to touch everybody's lives, right? And so I talk about First Glance all the time, but we have several programs. We have Ladies Around, like I said, which is from 5 to 7 on Tuesdays. We have The Connect, which is created for families. Stacy Boyd, which is amazing, she runs it. We also have Young Adults, which takes place on Mondays. We have Man Up, which is also on Tuesdays. I mean, we have a whole wide variety, the skate park of program. We have a new one that is coming up, which is gonna be on Fridays, which is our high school night.
Yeah,
Yep.
And then that's coming up. And so every program is geared to a group of students in the ages of 11 to 29, and all the information is our website and our also First Glance Facebook page. You can look it up. But I think what we want everybody to come, because it is a great place to be. It's a great place where you're gonna find family, you're gonna find love, you're gonna find that you can just be yourself. You don't have to pretend to be anybody else, and we talk about so many different things, and we just have fun.
Okay. You want to expand?
Can you talk about being a volunteer at First Glance and what that would look like? Because it's open to more than just obviously teens and young adults. We want volunteers to come, and what would that look like if someone wanted to come volunteer?
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of places, different places that you can volunteer, different ways that you can volunteer. Basically, for me, it just represented, it just meant coming on Tuesdays from 5 to 7, but more than that, I think the relationships that I get to talk to all the students throughout the week and throughout the year and form those lives. But you can find a way to come and volunteer. You can connect with any of our programs. You can connect with any one of the people that runs each of the programs and see if it's a good fit for you. And I came in here thinking, oh, you know
Nice.
what? I am going to just kind of give my time and do the good thing. And it blew my mind when it wasn't about that. I realized it wasn't about that. First Glance gave me so much more than I could have ever thought of, taught me so much more. And it truly transformed my life. So that's why I'm like so passionate about telling people, come volunteer, because it will transform
That is why
your
you're
life.
here, Moppy.
Yes,
Yeah.
it will transform your life. So.
You know what, too?
Yeah.
Like, anyone who's watching who's interested, you don't have to commit to
Yes.
something weekly right away. Either you can come and take a tour with someone
Yes.
who works here and just
I will give
see
you a
what
tour.
it's all
I will
about.
personally make you a cup of coffee if you come over here, man.
Ben could give you a
I will.
tour. If Moppy's here,
I used
she
to
could
be a
give you
barista,
tour.
man. I make great coffee too. You want to come. And you got to come check it out. It's a
I
great
don't
place.
have a coffee. I don't there you go. Here. I'll give you
or
a
go
joke.
ahead and
bless
like
him
a
then.
one-time volunteer thing
Nice.
too. I know Noelle's talked about that. You can come and like maybe teach Ladies Night Out something that you're good at, or make a dinner for a group that's here. So there's different options to volunteering, and then of course they hope that you get hooked in and you want to come every week. But
Yeah, and there's people that come and will also like donate, for instance, items that we might need. We can with the auction, we had a lot of volunteers at the auction as well.
yeah.
Kid fight right
Why
now.
don't we? Yeah, let's talk about the auction. Do you mind if we do that, Scott?
No, hold
Can
on.
we
Let me.
talk about that?
I have a button for the kids. So yeah, there's
lead with
kid.
the
Kid.
kids,
We
right?
got
We are in the
sister drama right now. So yeah, go ahead into the auction. But then when we're done with that, remind me. Mental note. I want to hear more about the adult programming because that's something I never even considered or took into account for this place. Okay, so go ahead, talk about the auction.
Okay.
Okay.
So the auction is an event that we have once a year. It's gonna take place on November 2nd of this year. It's gonna be great, and we want you there.
Yes.
It's a formal gala where we're gonna have a silent auction. We're gonna have a whole bunch of baskets and different items, as well as live auction items. And what we do is fundraise money for First Guns, so that we can still offer the programming that we do, that we can just provide a safe environment to the kids and just build or do life with them throughout the year. Like Ben said, we have about 1,000 students coming through the doors, and we want to just be able to serve them and serve the community. So we want you there. It's going to be a great event, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, and obviously you can't run a place like this for free. So we do need, pay expenses, pay the people that work here, and there's a lot of people who are volunteering, but that's part of it. But then also all the programming costs money. We would love if it was all free, but it's just not. So to run all of that, to do things like the gala, which will be a really fun time as well. It is a superhero theme.
Yes.
So you can wear your superhero clothes under your fancy dress if you want to. However you want to do it. We're thinking like tuxes with maybe like the Spider-Man shirt underneath or whatever.
Some capes and
Some capes, some crowns, whatever you want to add.
I'm definitely wearing a cape.
Whatever
man.
you want to add to your gala clothes.
Yeah. And we're looking actually for people who want to partner up, and maybe you get a chance to share what you do, or the company you represent, and we'll have you there. And if you want, there's sponsorships available as well. And it's going to be a fun night. We're going to have all the information, and we're going to have the event on our site as well. So just make sure you tune in for all the details. But tickets are already up on sale, and we
Put it on your Google
calendar.
calendar right now.
Yes.
November 2nd.
November 2nd.
Firestone Country Club, man.
Yes.
You don't want to miss it. It's one of the best auctions.
That doesn't suck.
Yeah.
That doesn't suck.
No. And if you
Doesn't suck at all.
also have a local business and you would like to donate something for our silent auction, we would really, really love that as well. So you can contact us through, the First Glance Facebook page, or you can contact one of these guys. We can
Ben
even-
at firstglance.org.
I was going to say we could link their emails on this
Happy
at the end.
firstguns.org. I'll put it in here in the comments for you.
Yep.
Yep. Go ahead and comment those in, and that'll be a mark for us then. All right. So adult programming. So you said the two things I heard were adult and family. Okay.
Right.
Those are two things I did not take into account here. All right. So why don't you expand on those a little bit for me?
Yeah, because you thought it was mostly teens
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's how it started, but the needs just kept arising. Like originally, we in Kenmore there were some young mothers that were, in high school. So we started a teen moms group, and then that became what we know as the Connect now. So we started serving teen moms. They had kids. The kids grew up here. They got a little older, so we started a kids program. We started something called Tiny Glancers. That's for, basically potty trained age up through 5th grade. And then they get into middle school. Then they go to the rec night on Thursday night. And then we had students that graduated out of First Glance, and then they weren't allowed to come back when they were 20, and they wanted to come back. So we started our young adults program for ages 20 to 29, and we have that too. So that's why we serve, birth through age 29. We're a very entrepreneurial, react to the need organization And we've just been pliable. We've been flexible to whatever needs have arisen, and that's how we've built what we've done.
Okay.
Skateboarding happened. A lot of students, when they first came here, they were on skateboards, and we built a ramp, and they wanted to skateboard. We originally had it upstairs. We had like a rec night with 200 students up there. Kids were skateboarding. Skateboards were flying. Kids were getting injured that weren't on skateboards. Eventually, they just bought out Rent-A-Center. And finish him! Yes. So.
All right. So that being said, is there a cost? So we had talked about it before. Like if people want to just come to skate, how does that work? Do they pay a couple bucks or is it all free? Because
Tuesday night it's free.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But then any other time they can use a facility like a regular skate park, right?
Yeah, it's really what known in Northeast Ohio as it's one of the 3 skate parks that's this size, that's this big.
Okay.
That's indoor, I believe.
Okay.
I have my facts correct. Noel, you can correct me anytime here.
Okay.
It's $3 on Thursday night and Friday night.
That's what I was getting at. So it's nice and cheap. So good cost point there, price point. It looks like we got some mom drama or something. Marianne's like, hey, do we get to see you guys?
That's my mom.
Take the kids to visit.
They're not in Myrtle Beach.
Take the kids to visit.
My mom, Marianne White, says, this is the only way we get to see you guys now.
Yeah.
No, we'll see you on FaceTime.
Yeah.
We'll call on the phone.
Wait.
We'll be down in Myrtle Beach.
Hold on. They live there?
They live in Myrtle Beach.
They live there, and she's complaining right now. Seriously?
You now have an audience in Myrtle Beach.
Wow, no. We're international. I know we're international. Okay.
Man.
That's hysterical. Hi, Mom. Thanks for tuning in, Mama. All right. So.
Good to have you, Mom.
Yeah. So overall mission, right? I mean, we've kind of already touched on that, and our relationship in the Boulevard as well. What's your thoughts right now with everything going on in Kenmore?
I'm really excited about all the like cool stuff that's popping up. I love that right now Kenmore Boulevard is in the running to get like new signage for all of the businesses through a grant from the Knight Foundation, which I think is really cool. So they haven't won that grant, but they're in the running, and I know. Thank you, Tina Boys, for spearheading that.
You're a rock star.
She is a rock star, and she's doing so much in Kenmore. I love the mural from Caleb Ehrenhall that just went up. So just like some people here in Kenmore that are just rock stars for the community and just doing so much with the Boulevard. Really, really cool stuff. But
yeah, I mean, there's great revitalization going on in Kenmore, and I almost look at First Glance as being like the impetus for that. In other words, like the thing that started it. Like 20 years ago, the Boulevard was in a place of like kind of disrepair, and First Glance came in here and started what they did, and then they brought a lot of revitalization. 41 couples, singles, or families have moved into the neighborhood because of First Glance. And then a lot of people just came in and started, bringing a lot of new life, a lot of new economy to the city, and it's been great. It's been positive because it hasn't been this way where it's like this takeover of like all the cool hipsters coming in to take over a neighborhood. It's more like we're partnering with the community, and we're bringing a lot of great economy, a lot of great businesses, a lot of great stuff.
I think your mom just your mom just threw your dad under the bus. Does that mean Dad typed it? Okay.
Dad, listen to me. This is an intervention for you.
Oh man. Oh man. Okay.
It's bad, Dad.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. You ready? Yeah. All right. So that's pretty much all my topics in terms of my list. Now let's see the place. All right.
Yeah. Let's do
so
it.
I'm gonna unplug this little doohickey, and then I'm just gonna follow you guys around. So talk louder because we're just gonna be on the phone microphone.
All right.
I can talk loud.
All right. So, folks, somebody just key their button, make sure that it's switched over accordingly so that you can hear me. So make sure that you can still hear. So we're gonna walk. All right. So let's take a look. We got our little skate signs up here. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So here we go. I'm taking a look over here. We got. Now, are these all skateboards that people used?
These are all used skateboards that have taken a beating. This
right,
is
that's
what
it's like skate graveyard. That's awesome. That's
great.
Fantastic.
Now, if you look over here, we do have original artwork.
Here's the set, just so you guys see our set, the way we're set right now. Okay, so we're walking around. Okay.
This is the original artwork. A lot of these were done by somebody that used to run the skate park at First Glance. So these are all original decks. Again, if some of you don't know, we're going to do a lot of shout outs here. We got Pierre's Pizza right here. Pierre's Pizza is one of the best pizza joints in Akron, and they did a deck for him, and he's got that hanging up in his shop.
Okay.
So he's great.
All right, so we've got original artwork decks that are up right now. So when was this part added? All this where I'm at right now? It's very industrial looking.
Yeah, this was all redone by, team of staff and volunteers basically, and wanted to make it look nice and rugged like a good skate park.
Very industrial, open industrial, and kind of like a hangout area. Okay.
Yeah. We got 2 skateboarders right here, my daughters, Charlotte and Brooklyn.
Two skaters. This is for the Myrtle Beach crew to see them.
There you go.
So the Myrtle Beach crew.
Thank you, Hank. Giving a shout out.
There
to
you
my,
go. You can see
my suffering.
grandma and grandpa. There's that for the Myrtle Beach crew. All right, let's head on in there.
Okay, you want to check out the skate park itself?
I will not be skating.
Me neither.
All right.
I used to do rollerblading, and I didn't even
I
do
will
that
not be skating either. I would rollerblade.
All right. So we got. Do you know what the ramp names are called?
No. I'm not an expert.
Like for example, half pipe, quarter pipe. I know that much. So
I could probably guess, but I would botch it.
So we got this is a bent quarter pipe right there.
Better than me, then.
And then we got these are called drop-in steps, right? They got rails for rail slides and grind strips. You can see they got grind metal on the wood on all the edges.
Yep.
Properly configured. You don't have a full. It doesn't look like you have a full half pipe though. You just got that one wall. Okay.
No.
Okay.
A lot of like bits and pieces of it. Shout out to Josh Vitz, one of our students. He's a former first man student. He runs the skate park now.
Okay.
And he's like a skateboarding guru.
Okay.
And he is also a mentor to many of our students.
So I'm gonna get back in the corner here to see the scope. All right. So you got half a half pipe over here, and you got all kinds of angles, all kinds of grind rails on all the sides of the angles here, and you can see. So you can get going and keep going in a circle. I would imagine it'd be interesting to see like a traffic pattern. You know how these skaters are, right? They set themselves up and they like go in loops and stuff, right?
Sure, yeah.
So
running a lot of similar patterns.
Yep.
To try to see if they can master the pattern better and better.
So here's your indoor skate park, folks. All right. So obviously this is the gem, but there's so much more to this facility, right? So if you want to head upstairs real quick?
There's a lot more.
All right.
We'll go up.
We're heading on up. Let's see if my flip button works here. I've been having trouble with my flip button lately. All right.
All right,
There
up
we
the stairs we go.
Up the stairs we go. The flip button. You can see I got my little pin on. So my little shout out to one of our super fans. I got the 330 pin on.
That's awesome.
We're gonna do some kind of a contest here in the near vicinity where if people see me around town and do like a selfie with the pin on or something. I haven't decided yet, but we'll give something away.
Very fun.
So, yep.
So here's the gym.
All right, so we are, sorry.
Oh, for sure.
We're in the gym. So
Main rec night area, right?
we got little kid hoops here. So what kind of age range do you limit for this court right here?
Well, this is rec night. It mostly uses this area on Thursday night from 7 to 9 p.m. This is mostly middle school and high school age. Yep.
Okay.
So they use this gym. This is the original First Dance. If you can imagine, at one point, this was all that First Dance was, and there were like 200 students in this small area.
Okay.
Packed in here, so it's pretty nuts.
So they got a little basketball court here.
Yep.
Right here they got four square set up. We got your basic air hockey table here. We got your basic pop-a shot right here. Okay. And we'll take a look, a backwards look here to see all that again. Okay. There's Moppy's cute shoes right there. Okay. She's got
grabbing his keys so we can get into some other places.
she's got her toes all done just for the show. All right. So we head on in here. And we do not own the rights to the Garfield show.
No.
We do not own the rights to the Garfield show or the music. But as you can see, we're in kind of a meeting room facility. This portion is also shared, I believe, by the chapel. It's used by the chapel, right?
Yeah, by
Kenmore.
the chapel in Kenmore.
Okay.
We meet here on Sundays at 10:30.
All right. Okay. So they're doing their You can see they got a billiard table up here. They got 2 billiard tables. And then it looks like some video games up on the walls.
Your brother just went.
So we got video games up on the wall, and they got oh look, actual instructions for teens. Do they actually read it and follow the directions?
Sometimes.
Before play, do this.
Just in case.
After play, do this. Okay. So they do have PlayStation video games here. All right. And then over in this area, you could see more of a hospitality type section with a real nice bar, coffee area. Looks like we got a meeting room here too, like just kind of hangout room.
Yeah, this is just kind of a spot where people just hang out on
Okay.
rec nights and stuff like
Okay.
that.
All right. Where to next?
Let's go downstairs.
There's what?
There's a whole
There
other
is more.
section.
There's more.
There's more. There's 3 floors to this place.
Okay.
Now, again, if you've seen it from the outside, you have no idea
Right.
what it actually looks
We're in
like.
the kitchen.
This
It's
is
crazy.
This is where all of
Loaded.
our family dinners are either cooked or brought by, volunteers, people who just want to love on our students, and so this is where the magic happens too.
This is where the magic happens.
Yes.
Well, that's a lot. I would Iron Chef this bad boy. I would love this. I would love this.
That's good.
If I could
We
create
serve about 100 meals a week.
100 meals a week,
100 meals a week, about.
like full meals,
Roughly.
not.
Am I giving the right
Yeah.
numbers here? I hope so.
Okay.
If I'm not, just correct me.
Noel, please correct us if we're wrong. All right, so we're heading down. Man, we're going into the catacombs.
100 seems high.
A month
I think
or a
it's
week?
a month. I bet it's a month.
I think it's 100 a month.
Well, we can change that. It's now a week, and Ben's going to be cooking. So,
Yeah, I just got myself into trouble.
Yeah.
There you go.
man,
I
where
got
are
my facts straight.
Where are we?
Sometimes this is another
Now
floor,
this
man.
is really cool. This is the
Jeez,
brand
I'm
new Tiny Glancers room.
Tiny Glancers?
Yes, and it is awesome.
What?
So,
But-
as Ben said before, it is potty trained through.
About to say
Great.
hi to APD.
Are you kidding me?
He does know the code.
That's a problem. It's here. Can you guys? Let me just shut the
Shut the door.
right there.
All right.
Well, I can give you some cool facts in the meantime.
Okay.
Something
get it?
interesting is happening. But
Trying
we
to fix
have, we've mentioned this. We had about 1,000 students come through the doors just in 2018. We have served about 7,000 meals.
Okay.
We have, our students has attended
Never done that to me before.
just 10,183 times. And we have had 583 individual volunteers served over 13,000 hours. So as you can tell, we cannot do this without our volunteers.
Sure.
And this is, we talk a lot about a place, First Garden being a place in Kenmore, but reality, and we all know this, it's about people. It's about just loving people, like Christ told us to love us, and just
For sure.
doing life with them and building relationships with them, and it's just amazing.
Okay. That's great. That's great. All right. So what are we? Little Glancers? Who are
Tiny.
Tiny.
Glancers.
Tiny Glancers? This is new.
This is my drum.
I saw a video of you playing that somewhere. Actually.
Yeah, man. I got playing out with a student here.
Yeah.
Actually.
Look at this.
Shout out to Jay Ezzy, who does original hip hop. I met with playing that drum with. But this is like a mini Kenmore Boulevard.
Oh, this is
And
sweet.
it's a kids museum, basically. I mean, it's a small version of that, and it's an interactive play area. This is for all our students that are potty trained age, all the way up through like 5th grade. So they can come in here and hang out Tuesday nights while the moms group is meeting. It's happening at the same time.
Look at this. So you got Pierre's
Here.
Yes, we got
Deli, and you got the Rialto.
Rialto. Shout out to Rialto.
Do they
too,
know?
man.
Do they know?
do.
They do. Okay.
They do.
All right.
It's a little puppet theater.
Look at that.
We've talked to them about like collaborating on some stuff.
Look at that. That is
But they're
crazy.
friends of ours, man. They're good. They're good cats over there. They know what
Around
they're doing.
the
We
side,
got-
and we got a market and a barber.
The First Glance Fresh Market.
Right.
We've got the barber on the boulevard. Look at this, guys. This is incredible. This is incredible. So, and I
And-
saw there's a slide.
If you go up here,
Okay.
If you catch me on the flip side, I'll go down it so you can
Okay.
see. So you can see.
What
the
is
demo.
up there?
This is like a little like.
Oh, I'll come on. I'll come on.
there's a little
All
kitchen.
Just keep your head low, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then the most fun part is the slide.
Yeah, it's just like a little balcony area, but then we got a slide.
Okay. Oh, so here's the balcony. So So we're up here. There you go. There's the look.
Come down this slide.
I'm coming.
I've actually never been down it.
You've never gone down?
No, I'll go next.
It's a great place to do boomerangs.
This could go
I just
well.
put Crisco on it. It's fresh. Here we go. Oh, not really. Not at all. See, you're not gonna have any problem. There's no Crisco on it.
All right, just lift the feet. Just lift the feet. There she goes. Oh, she's fine.
There we go.
She's fine.
Oh, you've got the slick shirt.
She's fine. Yeah, I'm stabilizing myself. There we go.
Come in, Poppy's behind you. There we go.
Oh! Wow. What's up with the ladies? Just zipping
You guys
around.
are wearing slick pants.
Oh, goodness.
All right.
I like this. This is cute. Little happy camper, little reading nook.
Yeah, Angela Mendice does our program. She used to work in public schools. And
Okay.
She does a great job with the students. She helps kids get kindergarten ready for one thing.
Okay.
She helps them with interactive learning. And, you know, there is a Christian element to everything we do in here as well, but that's never forced on children.
Little potty. They got their own potty.
They got a potty that's like kid size.
Perfect. Gotta have it. Gotta have
Totally
it.
accessible. They love it.
My girls have been a part of it this year. It's been a lot of fun. So,
All right. Sweet.
all right.
Do we want
Where
go
to
on next?
But wait, there's more.
There is more.
Yeah, a little
It's
bit more,
building.
if we got time.
We got all. Hey, all my Sunday consists of after this is hopping into our little kid pool in the back in 90-degree weather.
Ooh, that sounds good.
I'll just lay in it.
Maybe
We should do the same.
Yeah. All right.
Fill that thing with ice cubes, man. Be a good day to do it. This is the Connect Room, and this is where all of our, young moms and families meet, and they have face-to-face meals. Like we have students that have come in here and they're like, "Oh, I've never sat down and had a meal face-to-face before." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They come in here and then they have that weekly. They learn how to cook in here. They learn all sorts of great skills. They're awesome. Stacy Boyd runs it. Her husband Ken Boyd leads Love Akron right now.
Okay.
And Stacy does an amazing job. She's just like life on life again. And a lot of the programs we have, all of them are that way. I mean, our volunteers and staff really are available, so the moms have constant connection with lots of people.
Cool.
They care for them. So.
And we also have great volunteers that come and go to that room in the corner and take care of the kids so that, other volunteers can pour into our families as well. So as you can tell, we just have a lot of people.
So it's like a nursery in there?
Yeah, so we should go there next actually, since you mentioned.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, right back here.
Right there.
Yup. Let's do it.
Okay. Wow.
This used to be the Hibernian Irish bar,
Okay.
and this used to be the beer cooler right here, man. And now it's a nursery.
Did this used to be a banquet facility somewhere? The door that I came in when I met you guys here.
Okay.
I swear I've been in that door before, probably 25, 30 years ago to DJ an event for the Akron JCs.
Oh, no kidding.
I am pretty sure.
Anybody know? Noel, you know?
Tina would probably know,
Noel or Tina,
my
if you're
mom.
watching,
My
throw a
mom would
comment
know.
down.
My mom would know.
If anybody old school Kenmoreites know.
Yeah. So yeah, this is very cool. So this is very. Again, a lot of these facilities do remind you of modern day churches, the way that they take care of, and you can tell it's modeled similarly, right? So I mean, I'm sure Chapel, I'm sure Grace, I'm sure they all kind of do the same thing. So when I walk into these rooms, I'm literally seeing those influences. You know what I mean?
Sure, they've been huge. Yeah,
So-
'cause we're partnered with so many churches that help us and have
Okay.
backed us up so much.
Okay. Very good. Very cool. Very cool.
All right.
All right.
Grace Church has been a huge partner to us. Chapel has been a huge partner. We probably have partnered with more than 20 churches right now.
Nice.
As well as businesses, as well as individuals.
Okay. What's
That's really everything as far as facilities go. I mean, we have offices. They're not too.
no? That's fine.
That's not usually.
But what we just showed was critical to the understanding of the scope of the way this facility functions in unison with each different part, right? It's not. In other words, when I build it, I build it as a skate park, right? It's not. This is the skate park is like one
part of it.
1/10 of what you do here.
By the way, Tim Pryor, who helps run the skate park, $5 Thursday and Friday night. I was wrong.
Okay.
See, I gotta
Okay.
get my numbers checked.
Okay.
Numbers people help me out.
Did he sent you a message on there?
Yeah, he did.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I saw. He did.
Reminding you.
That's
He's
the
like,
beauty of going live.
Yeah, he was like, I did see that come in. It was like $5. I'm like, I didn't know who he was, right? So I'm like, is this guy mad or something? I'm like, all right. So
I think one of the coolest things that Mafi kind of touched on this is just how many people are involved here, how many volunteers are involved, and then just how many people, come through the doors. So,
We're gonna go this way.
this way. Okay.
Yep.
but we always are looking for new people to come be
Yes.
involved. So if you are interested, like we said before, please contact someone to get a tour. Go to First Glance on Facebook, on Instagram. Go to their website and just, check it out. Come see it. Come see it for yourself. You got to see it today with Hank and I,
Yeah.
but and Moppy and Ben who's somewhere.
Hopefully he's locking up and not getting us arrested.
And come visit the students and fall in love with it for yourself. So.
And see, I've already learned my way.
Yeah.
I've already learned my way around.
Yeah, and I'll say too, like if you feel like you have that desire of impacting lives, then contact us. We'll find a way to plug you in. Maybe you don't have the time, I promise you will find a way where you can just connect with us and connect with the students and just help the mission of First Glance. It is, like I said before, this place has transformed my life. This is why I'm so passionate about it. And we are also passionate about it for that same reason, because we just impact lives. We are here to make a difference, and we just love it here. So, and the auction is coming up too. That's another way to
impact lives.
Yes, to impacting lives.
Let's
So
go
I
back.
think that link, all that stuff, the auction stuff, how to be a volunteer, is all below on this live video, which is great.
Yeah, we tried as we've been doing this, folks. We've been trying to list out the links. Okay, so as you've been going through, let's see here. So Brenda Adams, Brenda is saying it was the Hibernian Club from 1995 to 2000. I am pretty sure that I DJ'd the Akron JC's anniversary. Up whenever this facility was, it was still a bar thing. I'm positive. And
I'm sure, yeah.
So that's kind of funny. Now it's a nursery. Now it's a nursery. So we're all listen. Look at us. We're all winded right now. We're walking up.
I feel like I
steps.
got a good workout.
Yeah.
It's like 500 degrees in here too. So I feel like I'm just glad I wore Old Spice today. Let me say that.
Yeah. It's better than Axe, because I'm sure you smell a lot of Axe in this place.
Oh, for sure, man. That's like,
All right, so guys.
teenage
It is a
spray.
teenage spray.
Yeah.
Teenage spray.
That's my point. It's like it's BO and Axe like together with a little bit of
Yeah, I definitely prefer the Old Spice.
Right. So good job.
Answer to everything.
Way to be in the middle.
You made me stop using Axe.
I know, I
wife.
like it.
She's like, you're going to use
Old Spice is
now.
much better.
So you don't smell like you're trying to work at like, Abercrombie and Fitch.
Hey, donor development coordinator, do you want to say anything about donating?
Some of you want to give money right now. And again, I don't know if this is even fair to do, like when you're on TV, like on the internet or on 330 to go, like it seems wrong. But at the same time, there's a link that just popped up right there. firstglance.org/donate. If you give $5,000, maybe $1,000, maybe $500, maybe $100, maybe $75, maybe $50, maybe $25, maybe $5, any amount would be great. We're looking for monthly givers right now too. So even if you want to give $5 a month, that's one fancy coffee a month, we would love for you to jump in. I'm going to say that, and some of you are going to be like, I want to give $25 a month because $5 is too little. That's good too. Thanks.
Perfectly acceptable. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. This has been great. And
Thank you.
We, as an organization, as 330 to go, okay, we've been around now it's coming on 2 years. And when we started this thing, the mission was just to share stories and to tell stories about Akron and Canton, and to give people an opportunity to get exposure to their causes, to their businesses, to just fun stuff, right? And a lot of the stuff that we cover is fun. Earlier this past week on Sunday, I covered a story that was not fun. And it, unfortunately, a lot of people have been tuning in now since then, and they've all been saying one thing: we didn't know you guys existed. Okay, well, now you know. And the point is, as we move forward and we push forward programs like yours, it's important for us to kind of just remind the Akron and Canton community that when you're looking at a news cycle, there's so much more positive that's going on in the world. And this is one of those stories.
Yeah, and we genuinely care about students. I mean, we've had students that have died in drive-by shootings, and we've done funerals right here in this facility. And that's like the dark side of what we get to be a part of. But we get to be there for the community when terrible stuff like that happens. And we are a preventive organization, so we genuinely want to stop that kind of stuff from happening, and we want to be the place where students don't end up going down that road. You know, I was a bad kid at one point too, even though I grew up in the suburbs. Like, I could have been a criminal, you know, and that stopped for me. And I want that for all of our students too. Mm-hmm. We want that.
All right, so
Yes.
Moppy, thank you. Appreciate your thoughts.
Thank you.
Sarah, thank you. I'll look forward to
I'm
maybe
excited to
working
be
with
here.
you again here.
Yeah, it'll be good.
We'll see what happens.
All
So,
right.
guys, it's been great. Once again, thank you so much for sharing your vision with us. Okay, so next week I'm going to be out at Copley High School for a different sort of vision. And if you remember, I covered Kylie on the show twice now, and we're going to be actually live on site for Kylie Rose's Run. And she's, if you remember, she's the little girl that does the bags of love for the kids that are struggling in the Akron and Cleveland areas that are dealing with cancer issues. So we're gonna be live covering Kylie Rose's Run. So make sure you tune in for that. Just a generic, like, little short 5K coverage that I'll be doing for you guys. Okay. Until then, I don't know where I'm going, but there ain't no sense in being late. If you guys wouldn't mind, please join me and say goodnight, Shirley.
Good night, Shirley.
Good night, Shirley.
Podcast is a copyright of Moon Garden Media Limited.
Oh, this a lot of peanut butter.